Most of us picture our spine as this long, stiff stack of bones, right? But what if I told you to just throw that idea out the window? What if it's actually a brilliant piece of high-tech engineering? Well, today we're going to crack open the user's manual you never got, and I promise you'll never think about the core of your body the same way again. Let's get into it.
And that's not an exaggeration. That old idea of the spine as just a passive, bony pole, it's completely wrong. It is a dynamic, living, breathing machine built for both incredible, powerful strength and the most delicate, precise movements.
So what's this manual all about? It's about really understanding the design, the blueprint, and then learning how to move with it, not against it. So in this explainer, we're going to unpack that blueprint piece by piece so you can really get how to operate this amazing machine inside you.
Okay, let's start with the big picture. The best way to think about your spine isn't as just one single column. No, think of it as a super sophisticated skyscraper, where every single section has a totally different job to do.
And you can see here, this analogy just clicks. Right at the top, you've got your cervical spine. That's your neck. It's the penthouse, right? It's designed for the best views, giving you maximum freedom of movement. Below that, the thoracic spine is like the secure middle floors of the building, solidly anchored to your ribs to protect all those vital organs. Then you get down to the lumbar spine. These are the main pillars. They're thick, they're strong, and they're built to carry the entire weight of your upper body. And finally, you've got the sacrum and coccyx, which is like the solid concrete foundation connecting this whole incredible structure to your pelvis.
So if our spine is a skyscraper, what's between all the floors? Well, this is where we find one of its most brilliant innovations. It's a living, breathing suspension system that, honestly, works better than anything you'd find in a high-end sports car.
And here they are, the intervertebral discs. These amazing little jelly-filled cushions are the whole reason you can run, walk, jump, and do all the things you do without sending a massive shock right up to your brain. They absorb impact, they give you flexibility, they are absolutely key to a healthy spine. But they have a very, very strange secret. And this is a really crucial point. Unlike pretty much every other part of your body, your discs have no direct blood supply. They are not plugged into that huge network of arteries and veins that deliver nutrients and oxygen everywhere else. Which, brings up a pretty big question, right? If they can't get food delivered, how on earth do they eat? How do they get rid of their waste? Well, the answer is this incredibly clever mechanical process. They work just like a sponge. Think about it. During the day, when we're up and moving around, gravity in our muscles gently squeeze on the discs, and that pressure pushes out all the old fluid and metabolic waste. Then, at night, when we lie down, the pressure comes off. The discs decompress, and they literally soak up fresh water and nutrients from all the tissues around them. It's so cool, and it's also why you're actually a little bit taller in the morning. Your discs are all plumped up and fully hydrated. Okay, so now that we get the discs, let's talk about a huge myth. We're always told to sit up straight, and a lot of people take that to mean having a spine like a perfectly straight ruler. But in reality, a perfectly straight spine would be a catastrophic design flaw. Seriously, if your spine were just a rigid, straight rod, every single step you took would send a jarring shockwave straight up into your skull. So, those natural curves you have, they are not a bug, they are the most important feature of the entire design. They're a spring. This amazing S-shape is your body's built-in, high-end suspension system. The inward curves, the technical term is lordosis, in your neck and lower back, they act like supportive arches to handle all that weight. And the outward curve, or kyphosis, in your upper back, acts like a protective shield for your heart and lungs. Altogether, they just beautifully dissipate forces and protect you from impact.
So, this is so important to understand. When you hear about good posture, the goal is not to flatten out these beautiful curves. No way! The goal is to restore them to their neutral, most efficient S shape, especially after we've been, slouching over a phone or a computer all day.
Okay, so we've got a skyscraper, it's got a built-in spring suspension system. So, how do we actually operate it correctly? Well, the key is a concept called spinal articulation. This right here is the real heart of the user's manual. Articulation is basically the exact opposite of moving like a stiff log. It's the ability to move your spine one segment at a time, one vertebra at a time. I love this analogy. Think about laying a pearl necklace down on a table.
each pearl touches down one after the other. That beautiful, wave-like sequential movement, that's articulation. So why is this a big deal? Well, for two huge reasons. First, it builds intelligent functional strength. It trains your deepest core muscles to have precise control over each segment, kind of like a sophisticated robotic arm that's both flexible and powerful. And second, and this is just so cool, it literally feeds your discs. This sequential movement creates that gentle pumping action, squeezing and releasing each disc one by one, making sure they stay hydrated and healthy. So let's see how all of this applies to the 4 basic ways your spine is actually designed to move. We're not just looking at how far you can bend, but how you're supposed to bend. Let's just run through these really quick. Bending forward or flexion, that should feel like a bicycle chain where every single link moves nice and smoothly. Bending backward or extension, think of a bending bamboo stalk, a long, graceful, even arc, not one sharp crack in your lower back. Bending to the side, that's like a skyscraper swaying in the wind. You have to lengthen up toward the sky first, then create this big, wide C-curve. And finally, rotation or twisting is like wringing out a wet towel. And that brings us to rotation. And here we have the single most misunderstood and honestly the most important design principle of your entire spine. The real secret to a safe, powerful twist isn't about what you move. It's about what you keep perfectly still. And this is a total game changer. Just look at the numbers. Your lumbar spine, your lower back, it's built for stability. It can only safely rotate about 5 degrees. That's it. It is not designed to twist. Your thoracic spine, your upper back, complete opposite. It's designed for rotation, with a capacity of about 35 degrees. That is 7 times more rotation available. So, let that sink in. The big takeaway is this. A healthy twist does not come from your waist or your lower back. It can't. It has to come from your upper back. Most of the disc injuries that happen during twisting movements are a direct result of us forcing the lower back to do a job it was never, ever designed for. You have to learn to keep your pelvis and lower back stable and start the twist from your chest and your rib cage. So let's just recap the user's manual really quickly. Your spine, it's an engineered skyscraper, and every section has its own unique job. That S-curve, it's a high-tech spring system, not some kind of flaw. Moving with articulation, that's how you feed the system and keep it strong. And the big one, to protect your lower back for the long haul, you have to twist from your upper back. And that brings us to the final thought, which is really a question for you. Now that you've had a peek at the blueprint, when you sit down or pick something up or turn to look behind you, are your movements honoring this brilliant design, or are they fighting against it, slowly causing wear and tear? Because every single move you make is a choice for the long-term health of this absolutely incredible structure.